What's up, everybody? Tim Charron here. I'm an actor and recording artist. Just moved back to Nashville, Tennessee, Music Row, and basically I help upcoming actors and upcoming singers, songwriters, recording artists get to the next level in their career. This is a little series that I started doing of basically my routine to become a more prolific songwriter, or a better songwriter, however you want to call it. And I'm just gonna kind of keep documenting it as I go and what I learn by doing it. And so the basic strategy is influenced by the book, The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. And so I've been traveling a lot from South Florida to Nashville and all over the place to shoot different things, different TV and commercials. So I've been driving a ton. So what I did was I just bought the audiobook. And when you have a 17-hour drive, then you can just pop that baby on and absorb it. So The War of Art, basically, one of the big takeaways that I got from it, so hopefully this will help you, so I can just condense the really important parts of the book to help you apply it. And then, but I would definitely recommend just get the audiobook. I mean, I have both, but because I love to read, but get the audiobook and just put it on, while you're driving or walking or working out or whatever. But let me, I'll get to the main gist. So one huge thing in The War of Art for any creative person that Steven Pressfield, I think that's his name, Steven Pressfield, really hammers home is sitting in the chair, right? So not waiting for inspiration, super important, because that's the problem that I've had. I mean, I don't know if it's a problem, but that's what I've done for years and years and years is, I've just waited for song ideas to come, and then whenever they kind of pop up, I'm always writing, in my phone, writing ideas when they pop up, sending myself voice memos and stuff. And then, I would work on them whenever. It was very sporadic. But Steven Pressfield, he's like, if you want to be a professional songwriter, if you want to be professional at everything, you have to do it consistently. You have to set a schedule and set a place when it comes to writing. So you have to just, you just have to be in the chair, basically. That's what I call it. So he goes on and talks about, he has his desk set up at his house because he's a writer. He's written a bunch of books that were turned into movies and stuff too. So he sets up his little workstation basically, and he talks about, like, he puts on his favorite boots to write, and then he has these different things on his desk, like the mementos that he got in Indonesia or something, and then he has the this poem about the man in the, I think it's the Man in the Arena poem, and he looks at that and he recites that before he starts. So he has a whole ritual. You grab your coffee. So what I started doing, I moved here a couple weeks ago to Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee, and I set up this little, it's everything's temporary because I keep getting different furniture, but I set up this little spot. This just little, relatively cheap, low cushion. I don't know if you can see it. Amazon, I don't know how much it costs, but this little cushion. So the routine is every single morning, I have everything in this little spot, so I don't have to think, and I have my guitar. The most important piece of equipment that you're ever gonna own is a guitar stand, because you gotta put that shit right where you're, right in your spot. And then, you've gotta have your whatever you use, I don't know. I use paper. I don't write on a computer. I use paper, and I use Sharpies. So have all that, guitar picks, a tuner, the whole thing. So you have your little spot. You can roll out of bed. This is what I've been doing. Roll out of bed and sit your ass in the spot. Because then momentum and laziness is going to take over at the same time, right? Think about that. Momentum and laziness. So, momentum, because you're going to sit down, you're going to start strumming something, and you're going to be there. And then you're going to want to keep going, right? And I'll give another tip after this, but I just want to make this point because I just thought of this and made this up. Momentum and laziness. So really think about it. You sit in the spot. It's first thing in the morning. You're still trying to wake up. Definitely if you can grab your coffee, that helps. First thing in the morning, you're still trying to wake up, which is the best time because your mind is fresh and foggy, because I believe the less thinking that you do when you're actually writing, the better. So when you're kind of in that between consciousness and unconsciousness and waking up, it's a perfect time. So you sit down and then you're in the spot and then you start. You have a little bit of momentum. Then laziness helps you stay in the spot, right? Especially when you have these low chairs for some reason. I don't know, I really love them, but eventually I'm gonna probably upgrade to a desk. But laziness takes over. So you're here, and believe me, once you start strumming some chords and just coming up with some ideas or working on a song that you're already working on, then momentum's gonna take over. But then you're just gonna be stuck there in the moment, and then you're not gonna want to get up because you're lazy, or at least that's what works for me. So momentum and laziness, use everything to your advantage. So I'd go on and on about different things, and I'll leave with this little tip. So I would say, don't put any pressure on yourself other than to sit in the spot every morning. Sit in the spot every morning. That's it. Set up your little spot, sit in the spot, with your guitar. Don't put any pressure on yourself. What I've been doing, I'm working on songs every single day, but I've been working on the same song for the past 4 days. And I'm writing it, and rewriting it, and tweaking it. And I'm also, very important, because I'm having a lot of meetings with record labels and publishing companies for a publishing deal and an artist deal, is I'm also working on some of my new songs that I want to go in and play for them, so that I'm just practicing them during these sessions so that I can be really, really comfortable and confident with those new songs. But I'm not trying to write a new song every single day, not yet. Maybe that's in the future, but right now, all I'm trying to do is sit in the spot. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm Tim Charron. I hope this helps, but make sure you set up your little spot and just sit in the spot, and then whoop, whatever comes. Sit in the spot. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.